Hi, my name is Shanawa Baskerville. I am currently a senior at Winston-Salem State University. I have been at MLT for about 15, 20 years or so. And today, my topic for my research paper was why do we still have Escherichia coli around? I chose this topic because it's one of the things that we continue to have around. Like we have vaccines for different viruses. E. coli is one of those things that continues to come back and back and back, and it continues to start growing again. But E. coli is a gram negative rod, and it's known to infect humans with by having bloody stool, stomach cramps, and you could either vomit or have a low grade fever. But today we're going to talk about the transmission of E. coli in the food industry and the educational facilities. So in the food industry, the employees will spread E. coli by not properly washing the hands, not cooking the food properly, and not washing the surfaces, the tables and chairs and different things like that. So when you're talking about washing your hands, CDC says that you should wash your hands with warm soap and water and lather them for at least 20 seconds. Rinse them well and dry them with a dry paper towel or a dry towel. In the food industry, the food should be prepared at certain degrees, certain temperatures. Like you have your meats that should be prepared at certain temperatures according to the CDC. That heat kills the bacteria so that it's no longer transmitted from person to person while they're ingesting it. And then when we're talking about the cleaning the surfaces, you have different disinfectants that you should use to clean the tables versus cleaning the pots and pans. Those have different uh, disinfectants that they will use for that. So, moving on to the educational facilities. When you're in the educational facilities, we're talking about anything from daycare to colleges or anything in between. So you have children that don't wash their hands, even the teachers and the visitors. You should also wash your hands for the 20 seconds initially stated by the CDC. Um, when you're also talking about the educational facility, E. coli is also transmitted when children have different activities and they're touching the animals or they're touching the different surfaces, toys in the classroom. Those all should be cleaned properly and their hands should be washed accordingly after that. When you're in school, you have the cafeteria. So you would also be looking at how the food is prepared there. You want to make sure that the food comes to certain temperatures and some things are not touching others. You don't want to have the raw foods and the cooked foods together. Those things should be separated. You have, in educational facilities, you would have milk, and milk is a dairy product, and of many dairy products, you should make sure that your dairy products are pasteurized. And that is a process at which um, the bacteria is killed during that process so that it's not passed on from person to person. So when you're looking at E. coli, like I said, has been around for many, many years. We have outbreaks here and there, depending on the actual situation. The different things that I have discussed have been known to cause outbreaks. And the food industry, you want to make sure that you are washing your hands. You want to make sure that your food is cooked properly, and you want to make sure that all of your surfaces are disinfected using the correct disinfectant. When we're looking at the educational facilities in the school system, you want to make sure that the children and the adults, including the visitors, janitors and all, are properly washing their hands and properly cleaning the surfaces that they're touched. And that could be anywhere from the door to the toys that they play with, food utensils, anything like that could be included. And then you want to make sure that the food in the cafeteria is being prepared correctly. You want to make sure everything comes to the correct temperature, and you want to make sure that your dairy products are also being pasteurized. But that is my conclusion. But if you don't remember anything I said today about E. coli, the number one spread of the way that E. coli is spread is by washing your hands. If you can remember to wash your hands properly and make that a daily thing, then we will be able to minimize the transmission of E. coli around the world. Thank you.